From SIMA, I came to know that about 2 lakh women employees have been engaged in textile industry. This constitutes about 75% of the total workforce of this textile industry. From the Women Commission, we have been making visits to some of the mills, and we also held a meeting a few months back with 8 districts that were doing textiles, and we got the officers from the Labour Department, inspectors of factories, industrial dispute, and we found that we were able to sort out a lot of issues, especially the new mills that need some guidance. We have been talking to them, and they have been trying to unlearn certain things and learn new things, like whatever they've been doing and they found that was not right as per government rules, they try to change and fit into the new rules. Now, here in SIMA, I was invited here today because in 2010, there was a code released by the then chairperson. So, after about 18 years, now the new code has come into place, and it incorporates the 2 most important things for women. That is the sexual harassment of women at workplaces, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act, and the Tamil Nadu Hostel and Homes for Women and Children Regulation Act. These 2 acts are also included in the code, and it has made a lot of improvisation. It has taken care of the women, not only the women, but the migrant workers as well as the contract laborers. Contract laborers is a very comprehensive act. It includes health aspects for women, creche facility for newborns, for children, then health hazards, like when a pregnant woman should not handle the cotton openers and things like that. And they also have mentioned about environment and a good ambience for workplaces, and about waste disposal. They have spoken about waste disposal. They have also mentioned about health. Here I've also mentioned that in some of the factories that we visited, mills, we found that women were slightly anemic, and government provides folic acid, iron and folic acid, that can be also taken from the government primary health centers and given to the women in these mills. And most important is women who come away from their homes and who work and are separated from their families and dear and near ones tend to get depressed. So it's important that counseling should be given to them. Every mill should have a counselor, just like they should have a doctor. And the emotional health of the women should be taken care of. Women are exposed to all kinds of circumstances. They are exposed to all kinds of media, and that should not hurt their health in any way. So the counsellors should play a very proactive role. The Social Welfare Department in Tamil Nadu has counsellors throughout the state, and we will now be in touch with them, and we will ask the counsellors to talk to SIMA so that they can put people in the right places where counselling is needed. The suicidal tendencies of women can be greatly reduced when they are counselled in the right and appropriate time. At the right time when they counsel them, they can avert from coming to a bad end, from ending their lives and things like that.
How many such cases are there, average?
I wouldn't be able to tell you that, because the cases that we come across, we have come across a few cases, but in a company that like KPR, which has 16,000 women, and I can't say what, there has not been any single instance, I think, but there are companies that have cases of suicide or a death, a fatal death, or things like that, that they can avert. Another thing is, they should also be taught about the hazards of handling a machine. And I don't know whether they are insured. Whether these women are insured, whether their lives are insured. That is an important thing. And apprenticeship, we were discussing about apprenticeship, and how many percentage of the workforce should be under apprentice, and when should they be regularized as permanent workers and things like that. Then we also discussed about the ICC, the Internal Complaints Committee, which has been formed as an outcome of the Vishaka guidelines. That how we should be able to extend it to the workers and make the workers know that there is an ICC available for any complaint that any grievance that they had to express.